Our first nominees for 2009 are Robert and Dawn Carpenter from Tate County in northwest Mississippi. Robert is no stranger to farming.
I've been out around the farm all my life. My granddad dairy farm. So I knew right off the bat that's what I wanted to do. I started farming in '98, mainly cotton. Through the years, got bigger and cotton, and then actually the last probably 3 or 4 years, I've been steady decreasing in cotton and going more soybeans and corn. I had about 4 acres of sweet corn last year. I did real well with them. Hopefully, I'm thinking next year I'm gonna probably have about twice that much and stagger it in 3 different plantings.
In addition to cotton, soybeans, and corn, the Carpenters also raise cattle.
I have about 100 mama cows, mostly Charolais and Angus. I just enjoy being out there with them, working them.
Robert has a clear vision for the future of his farm and of what he would like to accomplish.
I'd like to at least have 50% more cows than what I got now, possibly double in my produce. I'm hoping to make more money, as much money with less acres is what I'm planning on doing.
Robert has strong feelings with regard to our nation's ability to provide for itself.
I honestly feel like when the day gets here that we can't provide for ourselves, our own food, and from this country, I think it'll be all over with. It's a shame to think that we got to buy food from somewhere else to feed us, our own country. Whenever our food's cleaner, it's better. I think it's a huge issue to make sure that this country can sustain itself as far as the food and then commodities and stuff like that. It's very important, I think.
Dawn is an X-ray technician at North Oak Regional Medical Center, and they have 2 daughters. Haley is 9 years old, and her sister Bailey is 6. Our next nominees are Jeremy and Beth Graham from Pontotoc County in northeast Mississippi. Beth is an X-ray technician at Baptist Memorial Hospital in Oxford. The Grahams have been operating their farm since 1999, but this property has been around for quite some time.
Been cows milked here as long as everybody around here remembers. So that'd make me the 3rd generation on the place. We're currently still milking about 150 cows. We also do a little row cropping. Normally we would run about 150 acres of corn and about 50 acres of soybeans.
The recent downturn in our economy has affected everyone, including dairymen.
The dairy industry right now is in a very tough time. It's very hard financially to make a go of it. The biggest part of the problem is just the volatility of the milk market these days. Right now we're in a very bad downturn. For us to stay in business, we've got to stay fairly profitable. I mean, we're not looking to make millions of dollars or nothing. All I want to do is just make a living for my family. You're not out here doing it for the money. You're just doing it because you like what you do. It kind of makes you proud to know you own something, that you're a part of something bigger, you know.
Jeremy has a deep appreciation for the contribution farmers make to this world.
We forget about how easy it is for us to just go to the grocery store and buy our groceries and stuff. We ain't got to worry about it not being there. The ability for us to feed such a large percentage of people as opposed to the small percent that are farmers is just shocking at the ability at how much and how efficiently we can grow products. I think agriculture it has to succeed in Mississippi or in the United States altogether because it is the backbone of the nation. By us producing our own food, we're controlling our own destiny.
Next, we have Scott and Leslie Canada from Hinds County in central Mississippi. The Canada farm is indeed a family affair.
Canada farm started in 1827 when my great-great-great-great-grandfather acquired some land from his uncle Historically, it's been a cotton farm, but the last couple of years, it's not been economical for us to grow cotton. So we've moved into grain and cattle. I've worked on the farm all my life, and when my grandfather retired, he gave me some cows and some equipment to get started with, and I put my equipment with my parents, and we started the three-way partnership.
So just what is Scott's favorite thing about living and working on a farm?
I like everything about it. It's quiet, and I teach children respect and hard work, and they don't play video games all the day. And, just the rural community, local church, and everything is very important to us. And spending a lot of time with family and being close to family is a big help to us.
Scott has a realistic view of what some of the issues facing agriculture are and what lies ahead.
A lot of the struggles with agriculture right now are related to people making rules for us to follow that don't know anything about production agriculture. That's another thing I think Farm Bureau does a good job, is trying to educate people. Of course, they can't get to everybody, but so many people are so far removed from the farm that they don't have a clue where their food comes from. They think it comes from Walmart. There's some changes coming in agriculture. It's changing every day. Technology and things growing more and more, but somebody's got to do it. We can't all be bankers and lawyers, or we won't have nothing to eat.
Scott also understands the significance of dependable domestic agricultural production.
Very important that we have a safe and abundant food supply produced here in the United States. We can't depend solely on imports to feed our country, especially as we continue to grow and other countries continue to grow and can't support themselves. As a security issue, we need to know what's going into producing our crops that we eat. You know, we can't control what other countries put on their crops, so if we want to know what we're eating, we have to be able to grow it ourselves. And if we make somebody mad and they decide not to sell us something, we need to have our own supply.
Scott and Leslie have both been involved in Farm Bureau on the county and state levels, as well as other civic and church organizations. The Canadas have two daughters, Haley, who is 5, and little Hayden, who is 2. Our next nominees are also carrying on a family farming tradition, Brad and Carla Spencer from Calhoun County.
Well, our family farm has been in business for over 65 years. That started with sweet potatoes. Then we incorporated soybeans in, get some little diversity. Now we farm peanuts also, which is this is our 3rd year for that.
The Spencers not only farm as a way to earn a living, they also enjoy planting and harvesting as a hobby.
Right up there at the house, we had an organic garden this year, and it did out tremendous. We had teas running out the ears.
It's been a difficult year for all Mississippi farmers.
This year has been tough. I mean, it was looking one of the best crops we've ever seen in history. Then a lot of rain. I mean, over 20-something inches of rain. Ground didn't dry up enough to get in the field, do nothing.
But a little adversity is not enough to dampen the spirit of this farmer.
Life on the farm is awesome. I mean, I love it. Even though you have bad years, I mean, bad years, you know, it kind of gets you down, but the good years pick you back up. Lord with him.
Brad prefers to know exactly where the food he eats and feeds to his family comes from.
You take fish coming in from China, I mean, you don't know what they're getting grown in. I mean, I'd much rather eat a Mississippi catfish than I would anything. I mean, I'd much rather eat a Mississippi cow too, because I mean, you know where it's come from. I mean, you don't know what's getting brought in from other countries. I mean, yeah, that's a piece of meat, it might be a piece of fish, it might be a potato, but you don't know what practices got to that point.
And how does Brad feel about Farm Bureau?
Being with Farm Bureau, you got a lot of power. I mean, it's the voice of agriculture. I believe in it.
Carla is a teacher at their local school. She and Brad have 2 sons, Hunter, who is 9 years old, and Justin, who's 6.